So, Femi,
Yes.
what are these things? Routers.
And continue.
Good. And I know you sometimes go on your phone, maybe to watch Netflix, and you are not somewhere, or you need to do some things, and you always use a VPN, right? Unfortunately, sometimes when you switch off that VPN and you forget you switched off this VPN and you try to access some website, you get banned. Yeah. Okay. Why not just come closer and let me teach you how you can put that same VPN on your router so that every device in your house connects to that VPN and there will be no drop in speed. So basically, what do you need to make this happen? First, you need a router. The second, you need a VPN. Of course, that's the whole process. And third, you need firmware. Now, your VPN comes with the manufacturer's firmware or OS. OS is simply what operating system. You can have it on your computer, you can have it on your router. So the OS allows you, the user, to communicate with the device. That's what primarily the work of an OS. So when manufacturer manufactures a router, they have their own OS or firmware on it. Like, for example, TP-Link. Now, in order for your router to work with what I'm about to teach you, we need to change the OS. We need to change it, and I'm going to tell you how. So what you basically need to do is you need a router. I'll suggest a TP-Link router, and that router, make sure it is not older than 8 years maximum. I'll recommend the WR series. You can have the WR840, WR740, WR640, and so on and so forth. I recommend the TP-Link Archer series. You can get the Archer series if it's not too old, from the version 4 upwards. You can get Tenda router. You can get Mercusys router. You can get the advanced routers like NetGear. If you can afford it, it's okay. But get a router that's compatible with what I'm about to teach you. And now click, share, and follow this video for the rest. I'll see you. Boom. So you want to go to openwrt.org because that is where you are going to download the firmware for your router. Now you need to come on the page. What's Openwrt is just like a page for all firmware that could work with your router and all the supported routers. So you need to come to download a firmware image for your device, table of hardware. You need to click on this link. On this table, you will see all the routers that are supported by Openwrt. So for my own case, I have a router, a TP-Link router with a model name WR-840N version 4. So I'm going to search for it in this table. First, you can narrow down your search by typing in TP. It will bring out the possible TP-Link model, and then you can further narrow down your search by putting on your model, the model of your router. So mine is TL-WR840. So you can see my own is version 4, there is version 2, there is version 3, there is version 4, there is version 5, and so on. So mine is version 4, and I simply need to go to the router page. This is the router page, the last column, and then I'm going to open this router page. Now this is everything about my TP-Link TLWR840N, the EU version, which is version 4. So hardware highlights, and now this is what you need. You need to download the installation files. So first you need to download the factory image. I already have it downloaded. Then you need to download the system upgrade image. I have both of them downloaded here. So I have both of them downloaded here in this Openwrt. You can see this is the system upgrade image, and this is the recovery image, the original image. So if you go back to this place, you can see the factory image, and then you can see the upgrade image. I have both of them also here in this folder. So let's go further and try to install the Openwrt firmware on our router. So like I said, you need to connect your router to your computer and by a LAN cable. So here is my router, and you can see one port, LAN port 1, LAN port 2, LAN port 3, LAN port 4. You can connect your cable to any of these LAN ports. So I'm going to connect my cable to port 1. I'm going to connect my cable to port 1. So my cable is connected to port 1, and I'm going to connect the other end of the cable, this other end, to my computer. So you can see the other end of the cable has been connected to my computer. So now I'm going to power on my router by plugging the power cable to the power port. And now you need to log into your router. So I'm going to log into my router now. And for TP-Link router, your default router address is always 192.168.0.1. Okay, so this will log you into your router. You have to supply your username and your password. So now that I'm inside the router, what I need to do is to go to System Tools. In System Tools, you have to go to Firmware Upgrade. Now in this firmware upgrade, this is the place where you have to choose the Openwrt file. Normally, two things will happen here. If you have an old router, you might not be directly be able to upgrade from this page, but I will teach you how to upgrade, how to install it using another step. But if you have like a newer router, like an Archer, you should be able to upgrade directly from here. So first, let's try to upgrade directly from here. Let's try to install the Openwrt from here. So I'm going to pick up the first one, which is the original factory file for Openwrt. Open, and then click on upgrade. So you can see error code. So now we can see that we are not able to install the Openwrt. We need what I call a TFTP server. To use the TFTP server, you need to download one, and the one I always recommend is SolarWinds. SolarWinds is very reliable TFTP server. So to download SolarWinds, just go to this link. I will add this link under the video, and from SolarWinds you can download your TFTP server from here. I already have it installed on my computer. You can see it here, the TFTP server. So just download and install the SolarWinds TFTP server. After you have successfully downloaded and installed the SolarWinds TFTP server, you need to now edit your network configuration in order to connect and install your firmware using the SolarWinds TFTP server. The first thing you need to do after the installation of the SolarWinds TFTP server is to go to the folder where you downloaded the Openwrt firmware, and you need to copy out the first file, which is the first factory image file. That is this factory image file, not the system image, not this one, the factory image file. You need to go to the folder that you downloaded it in and copy it. This is the upgrade. No, you don't need this now. You only need this first one, the recovery. So I'm going to copy it. And then you need to go to where the root folder of your TFTP server is, which is inside your PC. So this is where it usually is. I'm going to open it in your window. This is your C drive. If you open it, you're going to see TFTP root. You open this TFTP root, and then you paste the recovery, the Openwrt firmware. The next thing you need to do is you need to rename this file. You need to rename it so that your TFTP server will be able to recognize it as your file and be able to automatically install it on your router. For me, for TP-Link, what you need to do is just edit it to TP underscore recovery and just tap enter. So your file will now look like this: TP underscore recovery dot bin. Once that is done, now you need to edit your network configuration in order for your computer and your TFTP server to be able to connect to and install to your TP-Link router. So to edit your network settings in order for your TFTP server to install directly on your router, for me, for TP-Link, you simply go to your network configurations and you edit the appropriate adapter. My router is connected through Ethernet 3, so I just need to click on properties and then you go to Internet Protocol version 4. Internet Protocol version 4, you click on it to open it, and then you choose the following IP address. So you input 192.168.0.66. Just press tab on your computer and it will automatically fill in the subnet mask. So you don't need to put any other thing, just click on OK and then click on OK. It will re-identify your network. If it shows unidentified network, don't bother, it's already connected. So what you need to do now is to put your start your TFTP server and put your router in recovery mode so that it can automatically install. So I'm going to reopen the TFTP server now and then show you how to put your router in recovery mode. So first, let me open the TFTP server. TFTP server is open now. TFTP server is open now. Let's make it bigger. So the TFTP server is open, and you can see TFTP server service started UDP 69. So now let's put our router in recovery mode and let's see what's happening. So this is my router, and you can see the power is on and the cable it's on port 4. So for some routers you might not have a reset button like this. Let me show you the reset button. This is the black button, is the reset button. Some routers have holes where you need to get a sharp object to press on the hole. So how do you put your router in recovery mode? You simply need to take out the power cable. You need to take out the power cable, and then you need to press and hold onto this reset button, while at the same time you put in the power cable. So I'm going to press and hold on the reset button, then put in the power cable, as you can see. So I'm pressing and holding down for like 8 seconds. So you can see now it's powering up now. So you can see on my TFTP server that it's completed. It has automatically detected the file and it has installed the file on my router. So the next thing you need to do is you need to now wait for your router to reboot and then log into your new Openwrt firmware. So let's wait for the router to reboot. So welcome back. By now your router should have restarted and still connected to your computer. Sometimes you might need to give some routers up to like 3 minutes or 4 minutes to fully restart and be settled. So now what do you need to do? By now, the Openwrt should have been fully installed on your router. But first, remember that you have to manually change your network configurations in order for your TFTP server to be able to connect to your router. So now you need to change it back. So you need to go back to your network connection and on your Ethernet, that is the cable connected to your router. You need to click on Properties. You need to go to Internet Protocol version 4. Click on it, double click on it, and then take it back to automatically. Take it back to automatically and click on OK. Okay. Now that you have set it back to automatic, now let's see what the Openwrt looks like on our router. If you remember, you were able to log in to your TP-Link router. We're able to log in using this 192.168.0.1. But for Openwrt, once you install Openwrt on your router, the default IP address for your router changes to 192.168.1.1. So let's open it. Now you can see your interface has changed from this to this because Openwrt is now installed on your router. For your username, you can leave it as root or you can change it. I'm going to leave it as root, and then you have to create a password to log in for yourself. So in this password, I'm just going to use admin as the password. So my password is admin, my username is root, and then you click on login. So now it's going to tell you that there's no password set on this router. Please configure a root password to protect the web interface. So first thing I advise people to do is to go to password configuration, and then now you can set a proper password. What you need to set, I can use another password. Let me use admin 1234. Okay, and admin 1234. So now we have a password. You can choose any other password depending on your preference. So now I'm back to the system interface. The next thing we need to do is to install the upgraded Openwrt file. And I mean this file. We already installed this. We need to install this second file, the system upgrade file. If you remember on the website, there is a factory image which we already installed using TFTP server, and then the system upgrade image, we need to install it. So that is what we are going to do now. So how do we install this upgrade? You simply, in this your Openwrt dashboard, you simply need to go to system, then you click on backup or flash firmware. When you're here, you need to come down and you need to go to flash new firmware image. So this is where you choose the file, flash image, and then you click on browse, and then you choose this system upgrade file. So you choose it, click on open, and then click on upload. Now you can see the file is being uploaded. It's verifying, and then just click on continue here. Now you will realize that your router starts flashing the power light. Just leave it, wait for a few seconds. Your router will automatically restart itself once the upgrade is complete, and then you can log in again. So let's wait. So now we can see our router has rebooted after the upgrade has been performed successfully. So you need to log in again using your password. My password admin 1234, and then click on login. Next, now you can see that it's installed successfully, and you can see firmware version Openwrt 24. You can see that it has successfully installed the upgrade. So that's it about changing your default firmware on your router to Openwrt. In this next video, the next step is how we are going to now install the VPN directly on the router.